phrase and tricks airlines use to rip you off. It used to be pretty simple back in the day. You booked an economy ticket, your carry-on was included, and off you went. Today, things look completely different. Every airline has come up with their own complicated systems, so it's important that you check exactly what services are included in your ticket. In this video, I want to protect you from the biggest rip-off tricks. I'm Dennis. I've been traveling this world for over 30 years now and have had the chance to explore more than 33 countries extensively. I've achieved my financial freedom through founding various companies, carry-on luggage very popular with airlines and making a comeback this year. I've even heard that employees get a bonus if they catch a passenger with a bag that's too big. You probably know those cards, they're everywhere at airports. This is where it's decided what happens with your luggage and most importantly, how expensive it will be. If you can fit everything in there, it's free. So what's the best way to do that? Well, with a soft bag. You can squeeze and press it in. That's why it's best not to use a hard shell suitcase for carry-on. Next rip-off, seat selection. You can still try the following with your airline, but many have already blocked this trick. Just give it a try and let me know in the comments if it worked. You pretend as if you actually want to book a flight with the airline flight you're really interested in. And now you just block all the seats you're not interested in. Then you start a different booking, and this time you book the actual flight you want. And if you did everything right, the airline can now only assign you the seat you want, and for free, because they think all the other seats are already booked. However, this apparently isn't possible with some airlines anymore. So my tip, always book your seats directly with the airlines. By the way, the same goes for luggage, because comparison sites you might use to find a good price often add a few extra euros, especially for baggage and seats. I've actually booked just the basic flight through a price comparison site more than once, and then the next day, once the systems were synced, added my seat and luggage directly with the airline. However, from time to time, I've had to call the airline a few times because things didn't always work out perfectly online, but so far I've always managed to sort it out somehow. Basic economy, if you see that on your ticket, you should pay close attention because 78% of people who book it don't even realize that it doesn't include carry-on luggage. To better measure your carry-on luggage, airlines no longer just use those scales where you can squeeze everything in so it fits the airline standards. They're also increasingly using laser measuring devices, and of course they do this because they still find the occasional bag that doesn't meet the standard dimensions. I keep hearing about a psychological trick where supposedly airline staff specifically target hard-shell suitcases. I think that's just an old wives' tale because airlines know exactly how to make their money. That's their business model. Their survival even partly depends on collecting those few extra euros from everyone. I mean, seriously, guys, 600 euros for a round trip to Cuba. It's obvious that the airline doesn't make much profit from that. They also have to keep their fleet in good condition, pay their employees, the airport wants its share, and of course the countries being flown to and from want their taxes as well. There's not much left over from 600 euros. It's almost a matter of self-defense that airlines have picked up these tricks just to squeeze a few more euros out of you. If you're willing to spend money, great, just book the airline's premium package and you won't have to deal with any of that hassle. But I don't really consider that a top tip either. Share your experiences and tips in the comments so we can all learn from them. You can control your clothing a little bit too. If you know you have limited carry-on, then just wear 2 pairs of pants or put on the thick sweater that doesn't really match the weather. But I mean, airplanes and airports are always air conditioned anyway. Then you just take it off again once you're on the plane. If you're still here, you should consider subscribing for free. Thank you. And if you already have a subscription, leave a like for the algorithm. Thanks. There's simply fewer and fewer tricks and tips I can give you. But I'll explain how you can still book cheap flights today in this video.